Hello and welcome to the third video for today. We just talked about poke, we just talked about combo, and now we're going to discuss defense. So defense is looking at our hero, our abilities, our traits, our mount, our health, and deciding how those help us defensively. And we talked about in our first video being in a strong or a weak position. And the same thing kind of applies in a team fight, but it's a little bit different in a team fight because our our status also makes a difference. So let me explain that. So with Raynor, let's just find some opponents here. I wish I could just pause the game, but anyway, with Raynor here, my health bar being full is really nice. If my health bar was half, all right, yeah. Oh, don't kill myself though. Okay, so now I'm a little low health bar. Even back here, I'm a little safer. I'm still in a lot of trouble because any hit on me, I'm dead, right? I can't really take a hit. This noob could dive me right now and kill me. So my health makes a difference. Being mounted, mount is 30% more speed. So being mounted compared to dismounted, that's a difference. My abilities make a difference. And every hero is a little bit different. So let's just go over Raynor and let's make a game plan. So first off, let's talk about our health. And in all these videos, I'm discussing these ideas with you, and they're going to change over time. You need to verbalize your ideas, get a game plan, get some ideas, and then as you improve, just change those ideas. I'm not saying that everything I say is right, and there's always going to be adjustments. That's why I'm trying to get a very narrow definition of specific ideas so that I can work on those ideas and then I can improve those ideas. So, first off, let's say if my health is 100%, that's a 1. We're using binary numbers here. That's a positive. If I get down to, let's say, 85%, that's when I'm not going to count that, especially when you're an assassin. You know, your health, once it starts to drop, things change pretty quick. Oh, thanks, Morales. I guess no thanks. Anyway, once I start to lose health, pretty quickly I need to just change how I think about my hero. What does it mean when I lose that advantage? So about here, I'm going to say my health is no longer an advantage. And I find on assassins, it doesn't take much because you can't take many hits. You kind of want to be full health for that to not be an advantage. So, I'm down to here. You can maybe this is a little too much, but once I lose a little bit of health, that 1 goes to a 0. What does that mean? Well, you have to play the game with the particular hero, and you'll start to understand the feeling, because the main thing is we already understand these things, but you get in a fight, you get going on, and you have a hard time assessing your hero's current position, where he sits in the game. So I'm in trouble here, but I can get away. Anyway, that's one idea, is my health. The second idea are my abilities. So let's look at each ability and see how much they mean to me. So the first one, this knockback, it knockbacks and slows, so it's actually pretty good defensive talent. So I need to decide, do I want to keep track of this? Is this a big enough a defense that when I get in trouble, I can count on that to help me get me out of a jam? Some abilities do defense, but we're not going to count them. I'm going to count this as a 1. So I have 1 point for my health, 1 point for my Q. And basically I get dived on, I just knock them back. There you go, and I run away. My Inspire, it gives me some movement speed, and it does have some defensive ability because I go a little bit faster. But I find a lot of times when I get engaged, the opponents have slow, so even though I acknowledge it has defensive abilities and I'm going to use that, I'm not going to track that as a defense. So it's not going to get a point. I have 1 point for health, 1 point for my penetrating round, and then especially if I go 25 armor at level 4, this talent turns into a monster. Like this talent, if it's up, with the 25 armor, if you hit a Kel'Thas combo or a Jaina combo, you leave the combo full health. Once it starts, you hit that, you have 25 armor, you're regaining health, a Gul'dan, all these big bursts. This really negates it. And when you get in there in a fight, you can stand your ground a little more. This is definitely a point. So 1, 2, 3 points. And what do those mean? I don't know. I can't tell you what those means. But what you'll do is you'll play the game. You'll figure out how those defenses work together, and you realize, oh, I have all those up. When I get in a team fight, I still want to position correctly. So I want to be near the end of the line, the neutral, and the safe zone, and attack my opponents. But when I have all those up, I'm in a strong position. If those were down, even though I'm pretty full health here, if all that was down, then I wouldn't be in nearly a strong position, even though I'm still kind of back. Without my abilities to give me some support, I need to play safer. Go to every hero is a little different, and what may be 3 points on one hero means a totally different idea than on another. And the reason I use these binary on or offs is simply so that I can know in a team fight that, oh, I don't have my abilities, my health's low. I need to start thinking about the fight a little differently. I'm not as safe as I could be. And then I just start to have to justify more why I'm stepping up or fighting without my defensive abilities. I can still do things, but I have to realize I'm not as strong as I would have been before. And this kind of brings up the trifecta of, my Q can be used for poking, it can be used for defense, it can kind of be used for a combo. I'd say Drainer has the weakest combo in the game because he literally has, I can knock you back and then I can auto attack a little bit faster. And that's not the best synergy. Anyways, if I went to Sylvanas and discussed what was good about her, the health's always going to be good, but she's based a lot on her haunting wave of using that to just get out of dodge. Every hero's a little different. You find out the combos, and then when you get in a fight, the idea is mostly to understand, oh, those abilities are on cooldown. I'm not as strong as I was. I need to rethink things. I don't have my defenses. I need to be a little bit safer. Or if I'm going to go in, I need to realize that it's all or nothing. I'm not, there's no getting out. Okay. That's pretty cool. I feel like I had something else to say. Want to get all 3 of these videos out. We're going to talk some more once I have these concepts basically, and then we can start. We're gonna really start showing this stuff when we start looking at the replays. This is just I want to get the concepts out there. So that's defense, poke, and combos. They all intertwine, and you have to realize the synergy so that you can get this guy. It's actually pretty hard to talk and think and try even against AI and play at the same time. It gives me more respect for streamers because it's really difficult, honestly. But that's combo, or that's defense. And again, like I said, I'll leave it at that. So thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice night. Bye.